Hello, welcome to Spirituality Simplified. This is episode 20. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. It's been such an amazing, beautiful journey, and I'm so excited to start the new year. We had a beautiful sound healing last week that kind of cleared out all of the remnants of 2020 so that it can make room for manifesting for 2021, which is what we're going to be talking about a little bit today. But today's episode is actually on affirmations. And you may have heard affirmations before, and they're kind of a big thing. You know, you probably maybe have read them in a self-help book or maybe in a yoga class, or just they're all over the place. Um, and it's interesting. I've worked with affirmations for a long time, and I guess I never really understood really the powers. Like I was doing it and I was going through the motions, but I never really stopped to think about the why behind affirmations. Why are they so effective? Why are they so important, especially right now? And I feel like even for me, just recently, I've been able to connect the dots. I've been working with my guides and really trying to come to this understanding of affirmations. We're taught to use them, and people say, say these affirmations, but why? And so I think for me personally, I think understanding the why behind something helps me. I feel like it helps me integrate a little bit better, and it makes me want to use affirmations more because I know the power now and I know the why behind they're so important. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Um, and again, this is the new year. Today I'm recording on the 13th, which is the new moon. It's the beginning of the new lunar calendar as well. There's lots of beginnings going on right now. This is fresh new starts, new beginnings. So this is really a perfect time to talk about affirmations. And I think this is why my guides encouraged me to make this the next episode. And maybe as you're thinking about your goals this year, your intentions, maybe you create affirmations instead of goals. Maybe that's something that resonates more with you. So hopefully by the end of this, you'll feel good and excited about affirmations, because I'm super excited about it, and I can't wait to dive in. So let's just start. So, what are affirmations? Now, according, of course, I like to look up the definitions because I think they're kind of interesting. But according to the dictionary, so I just Googled it, an affirmation is the action or process of affirming something or being affirmed. Okay, so that didn't really tell me much, right? That was kind of like, okay, yeah, I get that, but that doesn't really tell much more. But there was a second definition that I thought was kind of interesting. So the second one said it could mean emotional support or encouragement. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And so affirmations are really, they're words or statements that you can repeat to really solidify a desired outcome. So they typically begin with I am, or I affirm that. Sometimes I intend to, that's kind of more intention. Um, it just starts with I change, or I believe, like these I statements, right? But most of the time just these I am statements. So for example, if the desired outcome is to have courage to do something, then you could repeat the affirmation I am brave, or I am courageous. Let's say you're kind of nervous before a big presentation. You could repeat over and over before you get on stage, or before you get up to deliver this presentation, I am brave. I am brave. I am brave. And this will imprint this beautiful, positive, powerful thought in your brain, which negates out all the fears and all the negative beliefs. So these I am statements are super powerful. They are going to always win over ego, negativity, fear, it just blasts those out and it cancels them out. This is why, one of the reasons why they're super powerful. So if you just keep repeating those, pretty soon you're going to notice your nerves will probably disappear, your mind and your body will start relaxing, and you'll walk to the front of the room or get on that stage with confidence and courage and feel really good about yourself. So, that's essentially what affirmations are. I mean, they're really simple. I love simple. That was my mantra last year, but this year I'm still carrying that over. Simple is still good for me. So let's talk about affirmations as meditation. So I mentioned the word mantras. We'll go into that too, because affirmations are sometimes referred to as mantras. You can kind of interchange those. They're slightly different. We'll talk about it, but they're kind of in the same family, so to speak. So affirmations can be used as a form of meditation. Repeating affirmations can really get all the busyness and all the to-do lists and everything off of your mind. Anything that's bothering you, that's upsetting you, it helps you just to clear that out, and it helps you to really just be in the moment and to focus on a positive thought. So I am statements are very positive. Um, and each positive thought cancels out a negative one. So if you just keep repeating these affirmations, then you're essentially telling your brain, like, okay, ego, time to step aside. You're not needed right now. Thank you. I appreciate you, but there's a new sheriff in town called Positivity and Truth, and we're the law. We say what's right and what's wrong. So there's just, it's such a great way to just kind of get into that meditative space. And, I think too, like if you have a hard time meditating and you have a hard time really just sitting in silence or clearing your mind, your thoughts, this is a great way to do that because it focuses your attention on this statement, and just repeating that, that's so meditative in itself. So, repeating these affirmations, it's not only positive energy boosts, but they also help your mind and your body to really relax and move into that healing meditative state. So again, these affirmations, they promote healing. And they can have a meditative effect on your brain from a physical standpoint. So you can move your brain into a theta brainwave state, which is very relaxed, almost like a trance-like state. So it's like right before you fall asleep. So you're still aware and conscious, but you're in that trance-like, very calm, relaxed state. And it's in this state that true deep healing occurs. And this is actually the science behind sound healing and why that's so effective and how sound healing works. So with certain sounds, if you play them at certain frequencies, they can cause your brain to move into this theta state, into this very calm, relaxed, and peaceful state, so that energy blockages can be cleared and positive energy can be restored. So it's really beautiful. And, speaking of sound healing, I mean, affirmations, speaking affirmations, singing them, this is the power of your own voice. Your voice is one of the most powerful instruments ever. And it's right there within you. It doesn't cost anything. It's super easy. We all have one, um, and, it's one of those beautiful ways that you can speak and use your voice to say a mantra. Now, you don't have to speak them out loud. Of course, if you can't physically speak, of course, you can say them in your mind. You can repeat them in your mind, and they're just as effective. Um, but, if you're able to use your voice, try saying these in different tones. Like, have a little fun with it, play with it, sing it if you want. Maybe different words or different tones, or maybe you can just say all the words in one tone, like kind of like a chant. really, it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way. It's whatever is fun for you and whatever resonates with you. So again, no matter how you are repeating them out loud or in your head, you're changing the pattern of your brain waves. And you're literally rewiring your brain to think more positively. So that's just fascinating. We're not going to go into the details of that, but there's a lot of cool stuff out there. If you're interested in this whole brain plasticity and positive psychology and all of that, there's really cool studies and scientific research on this. So definitely encourage you to look at that. We're going to look more at the spiritual aspect of it, but it all coincides. It all works together. We're mind, body, and spirit. But they're really cool. I studied those in grad school, and it's fascinating. So, and again, if you're interested in positive psychology, Shawn Achor, it's Shawn, and then his last name is Achor, Achor. He has written so many cool books, and he's done TED Talks, and he's all about the positive psychology. So definitely check him out. He's pretty cool. Okay, so let's talk about mantras. So I mentioned that before. So what's the difference between an affirmation and a mantra? So again, I looked up the definition, and a mantra is essentially a word or sound repeated to aid in concentration and meditation. So you've probably heard of the word om, and you may have heard it chanted like om, during a yoga class or a guided meditation or in some kind of music, like a song, some spiritual music. So that's an example of a really common mantra, very simple, but very powerful and effective at the same time. So, repeating mantras is actually a really ancient practice by the Hindus and the Buddhists. And that's where that started. That's where the roots come from. And the theory behind mantras is that each mantra has a specific vibration that invokes a certain energy when it's spoken or chanted or spoken in your mind. So if for using the Om example, when you repeat this mantra, you're invoking this connection to your entire being, mind, body, spirit, universe, source, all that is, right? So that's what that vibration holds. So when you chant or you repeat Om, you are invoking that energy into your own spirit. So it's just beautiful. It's amazing. Now, um, I wanted to mention malas again. I know I brought those up several times in many episodes, but that was the start of my journey. So I'm super connected to malas. And if it wasn't for that mala that was gifted to me, I don't know. So, but I did want to mention it too, because that's very closely connected to mantras. So, malas, it just as a refresher, they're these beaded, it can be worn as a necklace. You can wear it around your wrist or just hold it, but there's 108 beads, and it's kind of like a rosary. So I grew up Catholic, and that's what always reminds me of. You say for each bead, you say a prayer. But for the mala, for each bead, you say a different mantra. So whatever you want to instill in your own life, you can repeat that mantra for each of those 108 beats. And it's a form of meditation. So, again, this is another great way that if you do have a hard time meditating, use a mala. It's a great tool to help you. And it helps you, malas with affirmations and mantras, super powerful. It's going to help you focus and really pay attention to being in the moment and paying attention to how you feel as you say these different mantras. So, definitely check that out if you're interested. Malas, you can get those, Etsy. They're handmade. They're beautiful. They usually have like a little tassel on the end that can be different colors. So it's really cool. Definitely look them up if you're interested. There's lots of additional information out there on, the symbolism and the significance of them all. But just wanted to mention that too, since we're talking about mantras and meditation and affirmations and all that good stuff. Okay, so let's talk about the good stuff, the meat of this, right? Like, why are affirmations so powerful? So, again, as I mentioned earlier, you can literally rewire your brain's pathways to think more positively by repeating affirmations. So the more you do this, your brain is literally rewiring. So again, we're not going to go into the scientific component of that, but that's pretty amazing right there. Now, let's go back to the second definition we talked about. So affirmations as forms of emotional support and encouragement. So if you think of them as being these forms of emotional support and encouragement, then the act of repeating these affirmations provides you with that boost of confidence and love and support that you need to get through a difficult situation or a challenging time in your life. So, but the really fascinating part about affirmations is that they affirm what you already know lies within you. This is super powerful. This is the distinction that I discovered in my meditation recently with my spiritual support group, my guides and angels and my ascended masters and council of light. I brought them all in. I'm like, let's talk about this. And this is the distinction that really resonated with me. And really the kind of the answer I've been seeking for a long time. And this is what's really connected the dots for me when it comes to, why affirmations are so powerful. So if you tie these two pieces together, affirmations as emotional support and encouragement, and affirming what you already know lies within you, then you're essentially tapping into your own light to remind yourself of who you truly are and encouraging yourself to reclaim the gifts that you already have. Oh, wow. That is so powerful. I mean, just think about that. It's so simple, yet this is so powerful. This is such a powerful form of self-healing. I mean, just an I am statement can do that much. So, affirmations are truth. My guides wanted to underline that. They are truth. This is why I am statements are so powerful, because they are truth, and truth will always negate anything else. Affirmations are reminders of your true self, not your ego, your true self, your inner light, your soul. So when we are born into lifetimes on earth, we don't come with the memory of where we came from. We don't come with the memory of source or God or, any of that. We come in kind of a blank slate. We are created pure and have to learn through experience, right? So because of this, you have to be reminded of your qualities and truth and where you came from. So by repeating these affirmations, you're reminding yourself of your beautiful, innate soul gifts that are you. You are brave. You are powerful. You are loved. These are all given truths that we know in spirit. So when we are in the spirit world and we are just purely light beings and souls and we're not on this planet Earth, we don't have to worry about that. We don't, that's just a given. That's just, we are like, we just know that. And it's not a question. But when we're here on earth, we have to remind ourselves of that. We have to remember that. So, saying these affirmations kind of taps into those deep truths and helps us connect back to our inner light and our source. So, that really did it for me. That was the piece that really made sense to me. It's remembering who we are. because it's just that's the ego. When you feel like you're scared and you're afraid to go give that presentation, all those fears and self-doubts and negative self-talk, that's your ego talking, and that is not your truth. And we've talked about this on different episodes before, but wanted to reiterate that again. So your true self is courageous and is brave. That's already within you. You don't have to create that. You don't have to, become that. You just are. You just have to tap into it. And you tap into it by these I am statements. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. So let's talk about affirmations for manifesting. So I mentioned that in the beginning of the episode. So, this understanding of using affirmations to remember who we truly are is also the concept behind manifesting. So I'll tell you, this is another topic that I personally have been meditating on for a while. Why do some people manifest better than others? Like, this is a huge topic. And this is something, I've struggled with myself. How can you manifest? Why does this person manifest when this person doesn't as much? And really, so much of what this comes down to is believing that you are worthy of receiving. As mentioned previously, in spirit, we don't have these issues, right? We know we're worthy. We just are. We don't have to question things like, am I worthy to receive this? Because we know we are. Not only are we worthy, but whatever we want to manifest. So, for example, if you want to manifest more love, repeating the affirmation, I am loved, assumes that you already are loved. And the truth is, you are loved, so you shall receive, right? So it's expected that you receive love because you are loved. But this is when the ego creeps in again and starts putting those doubts and false beliefs into your head, such as, I am not worthy. And, that is going to block that love from manifesting and coming into your life. So again, coming back to affirmations, they're going to prevent the ego from taking over because you are truth and you come, these affirmations, these are your truth. They're coming from your true self, not your ego. Your ego is not your truth. Your light will always win, no matter what, which is why saying affirmations is so powerful. It's completely changing your mindset just by saying a few simple words. It's amazing. And it's interesting too, because even if you don't really believe it in the beginning, the more you say it, the more you're going to start to feel it. And the more you feel it, the more you're going to start to believe it. So it just becomes second nature. And it's not, again, you're reminding yourself who you are and that you are source and that you are whatever you're trying to manifest. So it just becomes assumed. It's second nature. So the new moon, again, I mentioned, is today, January 13th. And new moons are all about new beginnings, fresh starts, and it's a great time to manifest your wishes. So, with everything, with all these the new year, the new lunar year, the new moon, this is a great time to come up with some affirmations to start your year off, on a great positive note and manifest what you want to accomplish this year, or manifest, what you need this year. Okay, so let's talk about how to incorporate affirmations into your daily life. So you might be wondering, okay, so how do I know which affirmations to use? So if you're, think of something maybe you're struggling with, maybe a fear, some kind of doubt you're having, a negative thought pattern, and turn it into a positive by using an I am statement. So again, I'm going to remind you to have fun and be creative with this. This can be super fun. So I'm going to give a couple of examples. Let's say you wanted to be reminded of your power. You can state something like, I am an amazing goddess. Fun, beautiful, and that's super powerful. Let's say you want to manifest the dream of starting your own business. You can say, I am an entrepreneurial genius. I love that one. And it's amazing, and it's true. You are. That's what's so great. Let's say you want to find more inspiration. You could say, I create magic and miracles every day. Just say that simple statement every day when you wake up, and you're going to create those magic and miracles. It's amazing. A couple that I'm currently working with are, I believe in myself, I am pure light, I am strong. Those are good ones. I've got a whole list of them, but those are just a couple I feel are really, really good. You can insert anything you wish into your statement, whatever you want to manifest, whatever you need. So whatever that is, just say it with gusto, say it with pride, say it with conviction. Like, yes, I create magic and miracles every day. Say it like that. It's more powerful that way. You can also write them out. You can really kind of sign, seal, deliver that power and remind yourself of this truth by writing your affirmations maybe on a sticky note. Like I have my whole computer, my monitor screens are lined with sticky notes with manifesting statements, with these affirmation statements. I've got a whole list of them right here. So that's a great way. You can tape those to your mirror. You can make it one of your passwords. You can put it on your computer screen background or your phone background. You can, take your journal and just write it over and over and over again. Just pages of an affirmation. That'll really, really get it in there. Like we mentioned before, you can speak them out. You can wake up every morning and start your day off on a positive note by repeating your affirmation or mantra, at least 3 times. That's a great way to get the energy on a positive note. You can practice meditating by chanting your mantra or affirmation. We talked about singing in the shower. I mean, sing them out loud, be proud, like, yes, I am courageous, or whatever that is, whatever you need. That's a fun. I love the shower. I always feel like that's one of those places where like I have a lot of inspiration and a lot of creativity comes. So I think the shower it's very cleansing and comforting. It's a great place to, again, think of something positive. Say that affirmation. Maybe something will come to you, some kind of inspiration. Again, use a mala if you have one, if you want. Or you could just maybe sit outside if it's a nice, pretty sunny day. Go sit in the sun for a few minutes, close your eyes, and just repeat your mantra silently in your head for a few times. And just feel those sun kind of baking that into your energy and really just integrating that and filling you with warmth and filling you with whatever you need, whatever affirmation that you have created. So another thing that you can do to, let's say you're struggling to figure out how to phrase it or what to say, use oracle cards. You can use tarot, but use oracle cards to pull a card to see what you need, right? You can pull a card every morning and say, true self, what do I need to know today? And your true self, your soul, your inner light's going to, communicate to you through these cards. So I've got a couple of examples here I want to show you. So I actually have a deck that's actually called Angel Meditations, and it's affirmations and meditations. So I'll show it here. And I'll include these in the show or the episode description. But these actually have affirmations on them. So you don't really have to do a lot of guesswork. So, let's say you pull a card. Let's see, this one's called the Angel of Peace. So the affirmations listed on there, it says, I am infinite peace. That's beautiful. So if that's what your true self says that you need, if you pull this card, that's your true self communicating to you, then you can create this affirmation or say this affirmation to create and invite more peace into your life. So I'll show this card too for all the, hopefully I don't know if that's too far away, but it's for all the YouTube watchers. So that's really fun. I love this deck. My sweet mama gave these to me. That was so cute. Now, again, many other oracle decks include affirmations written on them too. So I have this beautiful, the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, and I'll show that one as well. Awesome. Lisbeth Cheever-Gessaman, who created that. So on these cards, like this is example, this is the Bridget card, the goddess of the eternal flame. So the mantra or the affirmation listed on there is, I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's powerful too. So if you pulled this card, you could write this mantra down, this affirmation down on a sticky note. You can put it in your mirror and say this 3 times every morning, whatever resonates for you. So that makes it super easy, right? Now, let's say you have an oracle card deck that doesn't list an affirmation. Well, you can create one from that message. So I've got this Butterfly for Life Changes deck by Doreen Virtue. So this one, they just have a picture and the name of the card. So this one's called Welcome the New. So that doesn't, there's no affirmation on there, but, for example, you can create one from that saying, I am welcoming the new into my life with an open heart and an open mind. Simple, beautiful, very powerful and effective. So have fun. Again, this is a really fun way to incorporate play and fun into your days, playing with oracle cards and tapping into your light and your inner child and, getting that guidance and messages that you need for that day from your true self. So whatever you do, however you choose to incorporate these affirmations, just remember to have fun with it. You're going to hear me say this a lot this year because, I've received this message from my guides. And it's very clear that 2021 is the year of connecting back to your inner child. It's the year of play and fun and exploration, right? It's the 5-year of freedom. So it's time to have fun and to play. And so you're going to hear me, weaving this message throughout all of my podcast episodes, my blogs, my social media, just to remind everyone how important it is to tap into your inner child. So, when you're working with affirmations, just play with it, explore, try new things, keep it light, keep it positive, see which ones resonate, which ones don't. Just kind of play with it, experiment, see how it goes. You can repeat, I am my inner child. If you want to connect with your inner child, that's a great, easy, simple way to connect. So it just sets that vibration. So if you just say that 3 times to yourself, you're connected to your inner child. And then you can ask your light what you need to remember that day. So, use affirmations again to remind yourself of how amazing you are and that you have the power to heal your own self and to raise your vibration with just that one simple statement. You are that powerful. Like, that's amazing. That's something just to remember. You are that powerful. So that's it for today. I really hope that, this was inspiring and, clarified maybe some confusion for you, or, really inspired you to start using affirmations and start thinking of your own. So, I'd love to hear any affirmations that, work for you, or, share with us ones that you've created. You can, again, there's no formula. I mean, you can, like that one, I create magic and miracles. It doesn't have the I am specifically, but it's still an affirmation because it's you are creating that. You are assuming that you are, And the truth is, you are. So, thank you again. I do have a couple of announcements I'd like to go over with you guys and share before we go. So just wanted to, again, remind you of the mailing list that we have. So when you join, you will get a free blue light meditation. And this is so beautiful. It's such a great way to just help you clear and tap into your true self. And you'll also, once you include your email address and your name, you'll start receiving my monthly Soul in One digest, which has all sorts of cool stuff. And January's issue just went out, and that included some updates on what's new with Soul Healing with Allie. It had some channeled messages from the Council of Light on how to work with these exciting, playful, fun, new energies of 2021. There was a meditation on how to connect with your inner child, since that's the theme this year. And there's a crystal of the month, and this beautiful crystal was sharing how to channel its energies to invite more magic and miracles and play into your life, which was awesome. And there's a news section, so I really wanted to add something new and fun and playful, kind of in the spirit of this year, and to really thank all of the people, all of my supporters, and people who have joined this beautiful community. And so I have an oracle card of the month. So I've talked about those, and I feel like they're so powerful and they're so easy to use. They're such a great tool to use to learn about yourself, to connect with your intuition. And so I wanted to make this section of the digest something for you. This is a way that you can practice your intuition and, tapping into your inner light by choosing. You get to choose the oracle card, not me. You get to choose the oracle card that is calling you. So you'll receive the message that your true self wants you to know for that month. So I'm super excited about this new edition. So again, to sign up for all of this great stuff, you can go to my website, which is soulhealingwithallie.com. This is in the episode description as well. And of course, with this new year and all these new and beautiful and expansive creative energies, now is a great time to get clear on your soul purpose and pursue the life that you were meant to live in this lifetime. So you've probably started, if you're listening to this podcast, then you definitely are on your way and you're on your journey and your path, and you're starting to open your mind and to start to expand into new possibilities. So you're probably wondering, what is my soul purpose? Why am I here? I feel like I have a mission, but I'm not really sure what that is. I can help you with that. So with the Sound the Call of Your Soul program, it's designed to help clear any blockages and really help you to tap into your own inner light so that you can discover your soul gifts and purpose in this lifetime. So you can check out more information again on my website, soulhealingwithallie.com. And go ahead and schedule your 20-minute free consultation. It's your free exploration call. We can talk about the program and where you are, and we can see if it's a good fit. So definitely check that out. And I wanted to let you know too that starting in January this year, I am doing a referral program. So if you refer somebody who signs up for the Sound the Call of Your Soul program, then you get 20% off of an Akashic Records reading. And those, if you've never had one of those, they're super powerful. They're really fun. In an Akashic Records reading, we connect with your highest level guides and your soul so that you can receive guidance on how you can make the best of 2021. So definitely, if you feel like you know someone who'd be great for that, please refer them. And just a couple of updates on the podcast. I'm so excited. It's a new year. Again, this is our 20th episode. I can't believe it. But I'm so excited to continue this beautiful and exciting journey with you. And, we're going to explore so many new spiritual truths, and it's going to be fun. I've started lining up some new guests. I'm going to have more guests on the show this year. I loved having Francesco on the show a couple episodes ago talking about tarot cards. And, I just wanted to remind you this podcast is for you. So if you have a topic that you're really curious about or you want to, go into further, or maybe you just know of somebody who would be an awesome guest on the show, let me know. Email me or, better yet, join the Spirituality Simplified Facebook group and post it on there. So we always have, suggestion days where people suggest new topics that they're interested in. And I'm super excited. This Facebook group is awesome. I love doing the podcast, but I want to be able to interact with my amazing listeners and YouTube watchers. So I created this Facebook group is a very safe space where we can interact and talk about the topics on these episodes, and you can ask questions and suggest new topics. So, super excited. And every Wednesday we have a live Q&A where we go really, a lot more deeper into the topic, and you can ask any questions that you have. Maybe you listen to the episode and you have a couple of questions, or you kind of been thinking about it and things have come up. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss. So, as I mentioned, Francesco Salamone, he was my guest on the tarot card episode, and he joined me live for this live Q&A, and he answered many questions that people had after the episode, and he gave even more tips and more guidance on how to use tarot. And he even did a couple of quick readings for people, and they were so much fun. I learned so much from him. So it's really fun. Definitely encourage you to join that group. The link to the group is in the episode description, but you can always just go on to Facebook and search Spirituality Simplified Podcast group. I just want to thank you again so much for listening and going on this journey with me. I'm looking forward to all the excitement and amazingness that 2021 is going to bring. And so I wanted to just remind you, and if you enjoy this show, give it a 5-star rating on whichever podcast platform you listen to, or feel free to comment on the YouTube channel and share it with your friends and family. I feel like this has been such a message. It's so important to share and to speak out and to talk about what's coming in and share this information so that others can enjoy it as well, and maybe it touches them and provides some insight and clarity that they need. So feel free to do that. And again, thank you so much. I'm so excited about 2021. I hope you are as well. So remember to keep it spiritual, but keep it simple. Thanks, guys. See you next time.